Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween 2025. It's 2024. Happy Halloween 2024. I just wanna be part of your symphony. My nephew just came in and really scrambled my brain. It's 11 o'clock. That's what he said. I don't know what time it is. It's like 5 o'clock. Where's the ghosts and the slimers? Little boy. There is no ghosts. And the slimer's on the top of the slimer. Halloween. Happy Halloween. I hope I already said that. Well, this is awkward. I'm like, my laptop's coming today, and that's taking all of my mental energy. Because I have to give a code to the guy. Could be a woman delivery person, but I have to give a code to the delivery guy. And it's making me tweak. It's making me, I had nightmares last night. Because it's like, well, what if I give him the wrong code? What if I give him the wrong code? And he's like, oh, sorry. I guess this delivery isn't for here. And then he leaves and he takes my laptop with him. And then I have to go on this whole adventure to like retrieve my laptop. And maybe he'll return it and I have to pay for it again. You know what I mean? Like these nonsense scenarios that won't even happen. And also the fact that, because it's like I have to speak to him, you know, he knocks on the door and he's like, code? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's, and then I say it correctly. See, I'm scared about even giving you the code, even though this is probably going to get uploaded after I've already retrieved my laptop, because this takes 2 hours to upload. Yeah, 2 hours, bitch. And I woke up late today, which is really weird. It usually like freaks me out waking up late, but today I just feel strange. I woke up at 2 o'clock and I thought I had missed the package because I had a missed call, but it turns out it's from debt collectors. And my fat ass small dog jumped off the bed and it shook the whole room. I live in a very poorly constructed house. Do you like my hair? I washed it today. I'm also not wearing any makeup because I feel like the moisturizers I have don't work for me, and also I'm overheating because I'm still sick, ? Yeah, because usually I just wear sunscreen and that works for me, but I don't want to wear sunscreen today because it like gets my hands all greasy and then I have to wipe it off my hands and and it's like a whole thing. Am I built? I've been doing push-ups. There's nothing there. I'm just like a skinny white person. Oh my god. The lack of anything here, it's actually like, that's fat. That's shocking. Maybe it's because I'm sick. I just can't tense that muscle because my muscles are kind of weak. But I did like 40 yesterday. I did 40 push-ups yesterday. Knee push-ups. But I'll do like 2 normal ones. Well, 1 normal one. And then I'll do a second one. I'll kind of hold it because I can't go up and or down. So I kind of hold it in that position. What you barking at? There's nobody. Well, there's people here, but I kind of hold it in that position. Strength training, and then I'll do the knee push-ups, and I'll change my hand position. I'll like move them in every so often. I watched I need to take a break actually for like 1 second. Actually, I'm not done talking about my moisturizer. I have aqueous cream. I don't want to put it on my face because it's heavy and it makes me look weird. My other moisturizers are heavy and they make me look weird. They just kind of sit on top of my skin and they make me look weird. And then I got the Clean and Clear Daily Moisturizer. It doesn't really moisturize very well. I have to go check if there's someone at the door, but I didn't hear anyone. And if there was someone at the door, they'd all be barking, but it's just that one dog. I'm back. My dog's in here with me now, and she's very, very loud and slightly brain damaged, so if you hear any weird noises, it's this monstrosity over here. Chewing on her own paw. Which is normal dog behavior. Yeah! Just like that's normal human behavior. Oh my god. Ew. Guys. 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 I've always wanted, like, I don't know. Because I'm a girl. And girls' muscles are made, this is what I heard, I actually don't even know if this is correct science, but a while ago I heard from a doctor that women's muscles are made out of different things, cells, than male muscles, because male muscles are big for sex reasons, you know. It's like the same way male birds have colorful feathers to like show off. So men's muscles are made to be bigger to show off, but they're made for short bursts of a lot of energy, short bursts of lifting a whole house. But women's muscles are smaller and compact and built for endurance. So like a girl probably couldn't run as fast as a guy because maybe her legs are shorter. Like the same skill level basically. Maybe her legs are shorter, maybe she doesn't have the same amount of strength, but she could run for a lot longer. Endurance. Smaller muscles. Same amount of strength, it just performs differently. And because women have smaller muscles, there's this weird stereotype that they're like physically weak. I am physically weak. It's not because I'm a woman. It's because I don't work out. I'm like the girl version of those skinny little nerds. You know what I mean? Like a skinny little white guy. I'm that, but a girl. Femcel. I'm a femcel. I don't even know what a famcel is. I'm gonna put this shit on my mouth because it's driving me crazy. I'm gonna stretch it first. Because what used to be called, like, I don't know what it's called, like I don't know. There's become this culture, from an outsider point of view, so this might all be wrong, but there's become a development. There's become all over the place. There's become, how do you word that in English? There has begun, similar words, different meanings, same meaning. There is, okay, rewind. There is a new-ish development of a certain culture on the internet. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Famcels, and I know this has been like a thing for ages, okay? The ones I'm talking about right now isn't genuine. It's women, like myself, seeing like incel culture on the internet, and then kind of semi-ironically, but kind of genuinely, but not in a genuine way that you would think it is, but kind of like genuinely, ironically, genuinely. Semi-ironically, multiple layers of irony, but also genuineness. Like as for like a meme, but like for real. Kind of adopting this idea of being an incel, but not one that's like angry at men. for not wanting to have sex with them, but because you're a girl, right? You're like on the top of the food chain sex-wise. The way I see it is that like women have all the power mentally. I honest to God think that women are smarter than men. But men do everything men have done from the beginning of time to now is like this performance. It's this dance they do for women. Look how strong I am. Look how powerful I am. Bitch, I founded a country. Do you want to fuck me? Like, that's what men be doing. It's like for women. But then they deny it. And then that's where like, they're like, I did this because I'm a strong man. And then those are the kind of men that you see as pathetic. Even your fellow men see you as pathetic. We know why you did what you did. It was to get pussy. You invented the airplane so your mommy would be proud of you. You invented the airplane so that girl would like you, or more women would like you, to make you more sexually viable. As well as you thought it would be cool, but there's an element of like monkey instincts about it, you know? Like primitive ooga booga titties. Primitive ooga booga titties. And this idea of thinking about women is present in both men and women. I need a burp. And I have moisturizer on my fingers for a really long time. And straight men and gay men, it's like you see women as like mentally, that's your mother. And that's sex. Women is like a symbol for like sex. It's like nurture, sustenance, sexual desire. All those three things. And in the middle is just a pair of tits. Because there's milk in there. That's what you eat. It's programmed in your brain to worship boobs. In my opinion, this is my opinion. I didn't study gender anything ever. And okay, so like men, they hold all of the like physical strength, which once again is for women, but it's kind of there's like a catch to it, like you're being, as a straight man, for an easier example, you're being mind controlled by the women around you to act in a certain way, and the women are aware of it, and that's why they think you're a creep. Not because you're acting like a creep, but they know that potential is within you as a guy, and you're giving her more attention, and you might not even be more aware of it, but she's aware of it. That's why a lot of guys, they think they're acting normal, but women are like creeped out because they just want to talk to you like a human being, but it's almost as if you're physically incapable of seeing us as a human being. A lot of autistic guys, I feel like, because gender, it's like this construct, and autistic people, mildly or not so, you like pick apart constructs and you have a hard time following them. So a lot of autistic men do see women as people. In my experience of talking to a lot of them, most of my family's autistic on both sides, and schizophrenic and bipolar on both sides. I just feel like wherever you are on like the autism spectrum, gender is just a performance for you. Whereas people who are like not autistic, once again, I don't know the difference between people who have autism and people who don't. Because you could say that you do and nothing would change. You could say that you don't and nothing would change. You just are who you are. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand the definition of autism. I'm not autistic. Whether I am or I'm not has nothing to do with the fact that I'm claiming I'm not. I don't think I have any autistic traits. Name one. But I feel like autistic traits could apply to literally everybody on the planet. Name one. Like, I can't even think of a single one. seeing through gender roles, but that's because I'm detached. As a person, I'm just detached. I'm not autistic, I'm just detached emotionally. And I think people read that as, because I'm seeing everything like from the outside, from a different point of view. That's why I can like relate to you and why you like relate to me, I guess, because it's like I see what you mean whenever you say that social, like why people act the way they are is because of these weird social elements. And I'm not saying I don't understand them, I'm just saying I observe them. Anyway, the gender thing, it like backfires on women because men have like, they get angry about it. You know what I mean? Imagine a bug. Okay, imagine like a locust woman, and she's just like all big, or like an ant, the queen ant, and a bunch of little male ants, and they're like mind controlled to like want her, but she doesn't want them. So like they're like, well, what am I gonna do with my life? I'm worthless. And then they take it out, and then they're like, whoa, I know what I'll do. I'll kill the woman. I'll destroy the power at its source. Is that fair on the girl? You think that's fair? If you're getting angry at women? Am I dissecting incel culture, male culture, gender culture? What am I doing right now? Famcels. They see these male incels, involuntarily celibate men. Guys, can you believe it's Halloween? And I don't have a single beer, nor a single blunt to drink and or smoke. Not that you have to get high and or drunk to have fun. But Halloween, I don't plan to have fun. I plan to sit by myself and watch horror movies. Like, I don't even drink. Regularly, I'm not that person. But on Halloween, what else am I meant to do? Halloween parties suck. I don't really know anyone in this town. Everyone just kind of moves out, but I moved back in to this town. So any people here are children or old people. I need a burp. Or like really sad adults. And if I knew any, I'd go to their parties, but I don't want to get date raped. What was I was talking about famcels. Okay, famcels. I'm sorry, there was a huge like interruption. People came into my room. And I had to like, it was like a whole thing. My biggest fans stormed in here and demanded an autograph. They were almost a part of the video, but I was like, you're a minor? Nah. So famcels, right? It's not from a standard standpoint of like, I hate men, they're the worst, but it's kind of from like an ironic standpoint of like, I'm doing woman shit. Girl blogging. Girl blogging and famcels go hand in hand, in hand in hand. Girl blogging famcel. Girl blogging famcel. I'm a girl blogging famcel. And I would associate the like famcel culture, specifically the part I'm talking about, not like actual famcel culture, but like the like internet, like I would associate it with coquette. Coquette. Pictures of rabbits. Kind of trying to capture this childhood girlhood that some people, I guess, experienced, and innocence. They're trying to capture this innocence before man came into their life. I was thinking about puberty. Yesterday and the day before, and because I always assumed that like puberty for women is like, oh, the worst. But you're becoming a woman. You know what I mean? It's like you're going from this genderless child to a woman. And that's kind of like, it makes you feel kind of good about yourself. I mean, as a teenager, I hated my body because it was too soft and it didn't look like an adult woman's body. And the older I get, the more I like my body actually, because it looks like an adult body. It doesn't look like a kid's body. And I mean, I had bigger boobs when I was in high school, but I still didn't feel like I had a woman's body. No, I do. You know what I mean? It's like, boobs don't make the woman. Wide hips as a teenager don't make the woman. Whenever your skin starts to sag a little bit in your 20s, that's what makes me feel like a woman. I love it. I love it so much, the cellulite on my butt. That's what makes me feel like an actual like woman. I don't know, it's just like, it's about fat deposits. The fat ratio on your body changes as you get older, and when I was a teenager I wasn't happy with it. I felt like it was too soft, it was too round. I didn't really know my body type because it was like changing. And it was like, I just didn't, because I saw like, I don't know, my mom, not really my mom's body, but like my older sister's bodies, they'd be like changing and stuff, changing like their tops or something. And just the way that their skin looked didn't look like my skin, because I had the skin of like a 12-year-old as like a 15-year-old. You know, like in my head, I didn't look like a woman. I looked like a little boy who was overweight. I think it's because maybe I was overweight. So I had like gender problems because I was overweight. So I feel like I didn't, and the way that my fat, even now as an adult, the way that my fat, the ratios itself, whenever I gain weight, isn't to any feminine features. The fat goes to more masculine features, like a spare tire. You know what I mean? I gain fat, my waist goes away. I gain fat, I get back fat, but then my butt gets smaller. I gain fat, none of it goes to my tits. It all goes to my face and my back. Does that make sense? The more weight I gain, the more masculine I look. And so because I went through periods of being overweight as a teenager, there were times where I didn't really feel like a girl or a woman. And anyway, I was thinking, and then like I lose weight and I was like, whoa, I'm a girl. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. And I'm not saying that like being skinny makes you a girl. I'm saying that like I still have fat. I'm still chubby, but not to the point where there's so much chub in my back that I lose all shape of a woman. My gender identity. Mine. You don't have to look like me in order to be the definition of a woman. Your gender definition is yours. I literally don't care. You could tell me that you're a man, but look exactly like me, and I'll agree with you. I don't care. Because it doesn't fucking matter. But my gender, my female identity is like this. This is me as a woman. This is my womanhood. This mess right in front of you. What was I talking about? Yeah, okay, so I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking about puberty for men. And as someone who hasn't experienced male puberty, I think it would be a nightmare. As someone who isn't a man, I think being a man would feel bad. Because you're going from like a kid, and everyone's like, oh, it's a little kid. And then all of a sudden you have the deep voice of a man. I imagine for some men it's like becoming a monster. Is that how you feel? You feel like you're becoming a monster? Like a beast? You're going from like a boy to a beast? I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about like, because what benefits do you get as a boy going through puberty? Do you feel better about yourself getting older? Or I feel like for some men, the idea of becoming a man is scary. And see, this is my you know those men who cross-dress but they're straight, and they also cross-dress is an outdated term, but like the internet uses the term traps, femboys, but they're heterosexual, they're not trans, they're just men and they wear skirts. I think that may stem from not identifying entirely with like, or accepting yet the like sex that's been placed, like you've not, like you've gender issues, but it's not like you just miss the innocence of being more feminine before you hit puberty. Does that make sense? I don't know how to put this into words. I'm sure there's like scientific, psychological words I could be using. I don't know them. You're just like missing something. You feel too intimidating, so you feel the need to like, you've like a complex about being a man. And so I'm talking about the guys that do this in like the privacy of their own like bedrooms, you know what I mean, behind closed doors, wearing women's clothing. But they're not transgender, and they're not, I don't know, into drag. Maybe they are in the drag. I don't know why you're in the drag. Maybe you're in the drag because you feel like as your male self you're too intimidating, but you're not. You know you're a man, you're not a woman, but you feel like you have to do something to like tone down, like I don't know. Because sometimes as a girl I feel too ignored, illegitimate, unrecognized, and then I'm like, I have to be more, do I have to appear masculine in order to get, like in some environments, I'm like, do I have to appear masculine in order to get recognized? Whenever I wear a skirt, by the way, whenever I go outside in a skirt, I feel like I would target. Because it's like, that's not, I don't feel, it's not gender confirming for me to wear a skirt or a dress. It makes me feel terrible. It makes me feel so self-conscious of who I am, what I'm doing, and who's looking at me. Who's looking at me? Man. Not boys. 40-year-old man. Because they have no shame. They'll stare at you. They could stare at me dressed like this, and I'll care less. But whenever I'm dressed like in makeup and like a skirt, it's like, don't. Because I know why you're looking at me. You're looking at me because I'm dressed like a girl. Like your idea of a girl. And so you're like pre-programmed to stare. I hate it. I feel trapped. I feel trapped whenever I wear like a dress or a skirt. It feels like I'm in a trap. I'm inside something that's not me, something else. And the world perceives me as something that I don't feel like I am, and that's not a woman. That's that idea of that expression, that gender expression does not belong to me. Does this make sense? Gender identity coming from a cisgendered woman. Does this make sense? When I was like 13, I used to cross-dress in my bedroom. Because I had like a lot of friends who were like, this was like 2014, 2015. And like the internet at the time, everyone was like non-binary. Not everyone, but you know what I mean? I had like a lot of internet friends and stuff who were like transgender and non-binary. I was dating. Not really dating, but I was like dating. A trans man. And so I was like, well, what if I'm trans? And so I had like cross-dressed in my room. And it was horrible. It was so horrible being 13 years old. A woman, a full-grown woman at 13 years old. 13, 14. In my room. In like men's, like trying to pass as a man. And seeing myself in the mirror. Oh, I remember that feeling. So, it's like, I remember that feeling to this day because it was horrible. 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 I wanted to rip off my skin. Ugh. I've never felt so ugly. And from that day, when I was 13 years old, first of all, I learned a few things about myself. One, I may be a little masculine, I may not feel like other girls do, but I'm not a guy. I am, in fact, a cisgendered woman. Number two, trans people are real, and gender dysphoria is real, and I know because I experienced it as a cisgendered woman. As a cisgendered biological woman, I experienced gender dysphoria, and it was absolutely awful. I never felt more ugly in my entire life. It was horrible. Like, I don't know how to even begin. I felt like I was on fire. I don't know how to even begin. I felt like I was on fire, trying to pass as a man and looking at myself in the mirror. Ugh. 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 And so, I don't know, the idea of being transgender to me from a young age always seemed like the most traumatizing, horrible thing. And that's also why I did this as a kid, because I thought, this was like 10 years ago, by the way, 10 years from now, before now. Because I thought there might be the idea that what if I am a man, but I've repressed it so much because I don't want to go through everything that trans people go through. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's the case. I'm definitely a girl. But what if I'm not? What if the only reason I feel good when I have like long feminine hair and I feel good whenever I look feminine is because I fit this idea of femininity and I feel pretty? But what if instead of feeling pretty, I felt really, really, really handsome as a guy? Would that change my mind? I don't think so, because I think men are gross. Who was I talking about? I just talked myself out of that just now. No. Ew. Ew. Like, imagine having a penis as a woman. Because the no tits part, I get. You could remove my tits and you could remove my, like, ovaries. And I feel like I would still be a woman. I would still fit my own gender identity and be fine and casual and cool. But the idea, okay, so like, but the pussy is too far. You know what I mean? Like looking like a masculine girl is different than looking like whatever. Just whenever I was young, I knew that like trans people went through this huge struggle, and it scared me. I just want I'm not saying I understand the like struggle of how do you even like admit to yourself that you're transgender? Because as a kid, this is stuff I thought about at 13 years old. I was thinking about gender at 13 years old. Instead of my schoolwork. And then I lost my train of thought. I think I'm hungry. I think I got hungry and then my mind went away. Also, I heard someone downstairs and then I remembered I have a laptop arriving today. But my laptop has not arrived yet. And it's 5 o'clock. It'll arrive at like 6 probably. I haven't brushed my hair since I had a shower. I want a beer, but I have £1 in my bank account this Halloween. I want a beer and some banana toffee. Here's my PayPal. Please don't send money to that, actually. Don't send money to me. That's horrible. That makes me feel horrible. If you want to commission a piece of art, hand drawn on A4 paper, sent to you in an envelope. Mailed to you, A4 piece of paper with a little pen drawing on it, probably colored in, mailed to you in an envelope. That will be $30. Why so expensive? Takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time. Plus I have £1 in my bank account. I need to pay for shipping. I heard a baby crying. Is my little baby nephew downstairs? Oh my god, I gotta go. I gotta go comfort that little baby. Oh my god, you guys, so much fucking stuff just happened. Look, there's nothing up there. They're all down there. I was talking about famcels. Why was I talking about famcels? Like 2 hours have passed. I had to go do stuff. It's Halloween. It's way too late to upload this video. It's way too late to upload this video. I watched... Go drink your water. Go drink your water. I watched the Wizards of Waverly Place reboot last night. First of all, the beginning is awful. And then Selena Gomez shows up and it's like, oh, charisma. You know who else has charisma? That little, I don't know her name. Winter. Her name in the show was Winter. I just remembered that. Winter has charisma. And when she showed up, I thought, charisma. This show needs it. Because I am sick of these child actors. Even the adult actors, it's like... I know this is like a boring sitcom, but it's only boring because you're not trying hard. None of this is believable. The older boy gives kind of an okay performance, and then the girl is just all over the place. Why are you panting? I know you're stressed out, but just drink some water. Her panting annoys me. Can you be stressed out in silence, please? Like, I can't even talk because that's so annoying. My laptop's not here yet. I was going to do this video, and in the middle of it, I was going to get my laptop, and I was going to switch from the perspective of my laptop's camera. But it's not here yet, and it's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. No laptop. There's a bunch of candy downstairs for children. No alcohol. I mean, I'm sure there's vodka and wine, but I'm not a vodka and wine person. I'm in my beer era. Give me one beer. Just one. Oh, I thought it was a car outside. It was fucking fireworks. Also, there's stranger downstairs cackling loudly. I'm not wearing any socks. I don't have any clean socks. You want me to put on socks for strangers in my house, in my own home? What's wrong? Is it fat? Come here. Sit on my knee. Come here. Come here. Oh, my poor baby. I know. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're not going to the door. You're sitting here with me. She wants to go sit beside the door for like extra security. Stop watching the door. No one's coming in. Okay, go. Now she's standing there staring at me. Guys, I gotta go. It's way too late in the day. I'm tired. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. I have to rewatch the footage. And then tomorrow I'll probably have like another... At least I know there's stuff I need to talk about. I watched Agatha All Along last night as soon as it came out at like 12 p.m. That's why I was watching the fucking Wizard reboot, because I was on Disney Plus and it wasn't 12 yet. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch the fucking Wizard reboot. Selena Gomez looks fucking awesome in that. Hayley Kiyoko should come back. And that's my opinions. Why aren't their parents back? You know the Harper and the parents who do a podcast? Why aren't they in the reboot? Missed opportunity? Missed opportunity? Like, did they want to do it? Also, the sets look horrible. The sets look horrible. The sets look horrible. Even compared to the original sets, these new sets look horrible. The interior design is amazing. Does not look lived in, does not look real. That's my critique of Wizards of Waverly Place. What's it called? Beyond Waverly Place? Is that what it's called? Also, Max is apparently a billionaire and owns a franchise of sub shops. Why aren't we seeing his life? That sounds a lot more interesting than whatever the fuck. Whatever. David Henry, is that his name? When did he become such a horrible actor? I mean, yeah, when did he become such a horrible actor? He has his comedic moments. Usually whenever he's playing off someone else. And they have like good chemistry, but whenever he's just by himself, I'm snoring. And I felt like that was the same in the original series. Even him by himself, it was boring, but then him with like Alex, I was interested, because she has charisma and she's a better actor. And she knows how to like play off him. Where he's just like awkward and not in a funny way, and like I'm looking away and I'm falling asleep kind of a way. And his wife, I forget her name, it's like she's acting as if she's in like the sitcom like Rules of Engagement. That's what I think when I think of like a boring sitcom, but there's a bunch of them, like Baby Daddy, you know what I mean, like a boring sitcom that's not that popular, but some people are attached to it. I'm sure there's some people who's emotionally attached to Baby Daddy who are going to comment. I'm emotionally attached to Baby Daddy. I don't know why. I don't think it's good. I watched the season finale, like the series finale, like a year ago, because I realized it was on, I think it's on Disney Plus. And I was like, oh yeah, what the hell happened to this show? And I watched the end of it, and I was like, oh, that's what happens at the end of Baby Daddy. Now my life's complete. That answers my questions. I gotta go eat candy for children, and then it's so warm. I think it's because I'm sick, but I've been overheating all day. It's driving me crazy. And I'm gonna turn both my fans on so she can calm the hell down. Cool the hell down. And also not hear everybody outside, because there's a bunch of strangers in the street and that's tweaking her. Tweaking and also freaking. This fan is plugged in to the socket, and this fan is plugged into the socket. Can you still hear me? I know this is the end of the video, that's why I plugged the fans in, but I just, maybe for future reference, maybe I could have my fans on and talk at the same time. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat loose chocolate mini M&Ms. Yeah, and give out sweets to trick-or-treaters, because they're like adorable. Oh, this little cute little girl, she wasn't even little, she was like 9 years old. She was in this princess costume and it was absolutely so adorable, and she like knocked my door. Her mom was standing behind her like at the gate, and my dog Miley over there fucking barked at her and scared her, and I felt so bad. And she was like, I'd like put the dog in and she was like, sorry, I was scared by your dog. And why are you apologizing? You're a little kid who knocked on my door for sweets and my dog fucking tried to kill you. That's on me for letting her slip out of my hands. That's why she's up here. She can't be downstairs in Halloween. She's not one of those dogs. Anyway, I gotta go.